Ravens fan, did you know that Zay Flowers' return for the playoffs is closer than ever? After missing the dominant win against the Steelers, the star of the Ravens' aerial attack is working hard to be back for the crucial matchups. With an incredible season behind him, over 1,000 receiving yards and the first Ravens wide receiver to make the Pro Bowl, Flowers could be the key to toppling one of the strongest teams in the league. So, will he suit up for this critical game? Stick with me until the end to understand why this news could change everything for the Ravens' playoff run. Go Ravens! The Ravens played an outstanding game against the Steelers in the wild card round, earning a commanding 28-14 victory. But what makes this one even more impressive is that they pulled it off without Zay Flowers, one of the team's most vital offensive weapons. The star wide receiver was sidelined due to a knee injury, yet the Ravens found a way to dominate by unleashing a devastating ground. With nearly 300 rushing yards, Baltimore controlled the game from start to finish, effectively neutralizing any chance for the Steelers to mount a comeback. Even so, Flowers' absence was felt in the passing attack. The Ravens relied heavily on their tight ends, with Isaiah likely stepping up as the top target and Rashad Bateman contributing a crucial touchdown. While these adjustments worked, Lamar Jackson's options in the passing game were limited without Flowers on the field, which could pose a bigger challenge against tougher opponents. The team's resilience shone through, but there's no denying the dynamic that Flowers brings when he's healthy and on the field. Zay Flowers has proven to be a game changer, capable of turning the tide with one big play. His ability to make tough catches and gain extra yards after contact is what sets him apart. Against the Steelers, the Ravens didn't need his explosiveness thanks to their dominant rushing attack. However, the upcoming clash with the Bills, a team known for its disciplined and balanced defense, presents a much tougher challenge. Without Flowers, Baltimore's offense risks becoming too predictable, which could play right into Buffalo's. That's why all eyes are on Zay Flowers' potential return for the next game. Facing the Bills will be an uphill battle, and having Flowers back could tilt the odds in Baltimore's favor. As we look ahead to this decisive matchup, let's dive into why his return might be the secret weapon the Ravens need to unlock their full offensive potential. Zay Flowers isn't just another player in the Ravens offense. He's the one who turns ordinary plays into something extraordinary. With over 1,000 receiving yards this season, he's proven himself to be the centerpiece of the passing game. Against the Bills, who boast one of the most complete defenses in the NFL, Flowers' presence on the field could be the game-changer Baltimore needs. Without him, the offense loses some of its unpredictability, allowing Buffalo's defense to focus more on stopping the ground game that was so effective against the Steelers. The Bills' defense is renowned for its discipline and adaptability, meaning they quickly adjust to opposing strategies. If Flowers suits up, he forces the defense to spread out, creating more opportunities for the Ravens' run game to thrive. Additionally, Flowers often commands double coverage, which not only frees up space for other receivers, but also gives Lamar Jackson more options to keep the defense guessing. His impact goes beyond stats. He alters how defenses have to prepare and play. What truly makes Flowers special is his knack for making the spectacular look. Even in tight situations, he finds ways to break tackles, gain extra yards, and keep drives alive. Against a powerhouse like the Bills, these kinds of plays could make the difference between extending a drive or punting the ball away. His chemistry with Lamar Jackson has only grown throughout the season, and in a game of this magnitude, that connection could be the key to unlocking the Ravens' offensive potential. If Flowers can't return, the Ravens will once again lean on their tight ends and ground, but that strategy becomes riskier against a defense as solid as Buffalo's. This is why the anticipation surrounding Flowers' status is growing by the day, with head coach John Harbaugh keeping fans on edge. Speaking of Harbaugh, let's take a closer look at what he's said about Flowers' recovery and what it means for the team's playoff hopes. Head coach John Harbaugh kept fans guessing when he addressed Zay Flowers' status for the Bills game. His comments were both straightforward and mysterious, describing Flowers as being in observation mode, with his availability to be evaluated throughout the week. While not a definitive answer, it's clear that Flowers is putting in the work to return. Harbaugh also noted that if Flowers feels healthy and confident, he could play even without practicing during the week, a testament to how much the team values his abilities and trusts his preparation. Harbaugh's cautious approach is understandable, as no one wants to risk the health of such an important player. The decision involves balancing short-term needs, beating the Bills, with long-term goals, ensuring Flowers is ready for the next stage if the Ravens. The fact that Harbaugh hasn't ruled him out entirely is a positive sign for fans, hinting at the possibility of seeing Flowers back on the field. This cautious optimism is both encouraging and nerve-wracking, as the team knows how much they need him in such a high-stakes game. Even with Flowers sidelined, Harbaugh has expressed confidence in the team's ability to compete. That belief was justified in the win over the Steelers. But the Bills present a far greater challenge. This makes the decision on Flowers all the more critical, as Harbaugh must weigh the risks and rewards of playing. Known for his strategic thinking, Harbaugh will undoubtedly make the choice that gives the Ravens the best chance to succeed while protecting his star receivers' health. No matter what Harbaugh decides, one thing is certain. He has a plan to keep the Ravens competitive. As we await final word on Flowers' status, it's worth reflecting on how he has evolved into such a vital piece of the Ravens' offense. We're halfway through the video, and I noticed you haven't hit the like button yet. It's a simple and free way to support the channel, and it helps YouTube keep showing you content like this. So go ahead, hit that like button, and let's keep going. When Zay Flowers was selected in the first round of the 2023 draft, fans expected a good player, but what he delivered this season was far beyond that. He not only established himself as the team's top wide receiver, but also became the first Ravens receiver to surpass 1,000 yards since 2020. It was an impressive season of growth, where he showcased his route running skills, speed, and game awareness. His performance was so outstanding that he earned a Pro Bowl selection, a historic milestone for the franchise. What's even more remarkable is how Flowers has grown in his second season, becoming a key offensive figure and earning Lamar Jackson's trust in crucial moments. He brought a new dimension to the Ravens' passing game, addressing a weakness the team had struggled with in recent years. His impact was immediate, and he quickly became the player opposing defenses fear most. With 74 receptions, 1,059 yards, and 4 touchdowns during the regular season, he proved himself to be one of the most consistent and dangerous wide receivers in the NFL. But what truly sets Flowers apart is his mindset. Despite being young, he demonstrates maturity and dedication, always striving to improve and help the team. This combination of talent and commitment makes him an essential piece for the franchise's future. Now, with the team in the playoffs, he has the chance to showcase even more of his abilities if he's ready to return. It's precisely this possible return that highlights the need to analyze how the Ravens' offense adapted without Flowers in the last game, and what it means for the matchup against us. Without Zay Flowers on the field against the Steelers, the Ravens' offense had to reinvent itself, and the strategy was clear: dominate on the ground. They amassed nearly 300 rushing yards, a testament to the strength of the offensive line and running backs. This approach was enough to secure a victory, but also revealed how much the offense relies on Flowers to maintain an explosive passing. Without him, the team leaned on Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, who made some key receptions, but couldn't replicate the dynamic impact Flowers provides. Rashad Bateman stepped up as the primary wide receiver and managed to make his mark with a touchdown. However, it was clear that the offense lost some versatility. Flowers is the kind of player who can stretch the field, challenge defenders, and create game-changing plays. Without him, the attack became more predictable, a potential issue against a defense as strong as this. While the strategy worked against the Steelers, relying solely on the ground game in a high-stakes playoff matchup might not be. Even so, the Ravens showed they have depth in their roster. Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, and even Tylan Wallace contributed at key moments. This diversity of weapons is a positive sign, but nothing can replace Flowers' presence. If he's unavailable against the Bills, the offense will need to be even more creative in finding ways to overcome the opposing defense. That's why all eyes are on Flowers' status and the impact his potential return could have on this critical match. Zay Flowers has been a crucial part of the Ravens' offense, and his potential return against the Bills could completely change the course of the season. With him on the field, the offense gains another dimension, which could be the decisive factor in overcoming one of the league's toughest opponents. But if he remains unavailable, the team has shown resilience and adaptability to tackle significant challenges. What do you think, Ravens fan? Will Zay Flowers return in time to help the Ravens advance in the playoffs? Or will the team manage to get the job done without him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates about our team.